Hello.
Hello.
We'll give y'all a little time to come in here. Y'all know what it is. It's your girl Kitty of Coffee with Kiddy. And we got a new show that we're trying to launch. It's called Lokt and Loaded. Myself, Deasia, and we're gonna have Rashida come in a little bit. Y'all make sure that you're liking and sharing. Make sure you sharing is caring. If you know some young ladies that are 19 and they just now jumping on that adult train, you might want to share this with them. We're gonna talk about a lot of things tonight. A lot of things that pertain to being a young black woman. It's gonna get real, it's gonna get raw. So for y'all with weak stomachs, I advise you to keep it pushing. Shout out to everybody over there on YouTube. I'm gonna tune in a few minutes so I can catch y'all comments on that side. My name is Kitty Mother Up the Signs, and this is Locked and Loaded.
And
That's
I'm
my
Deasia.
girl. Introduce yourself then, baby.
I'm Deasia.
And as I said, we're gonna have Rashida kick in a few minutes. Thank y'all, everybody that hit me up saying how much they enjoyed our first show. We are sorry. We gonna get on top of this consistency thing. With the Rona, life done got a little crazy for all of us. So we're all just trying to find time to fit in where we can come in and we can talk to y'all. Y'all can see our beautiful faces and our beautiful locked hair. Yes, honey, yes. Deasia, how you been?
I've been doing all right. I've been just trying to maintain. I've been letting the days get away from me. So sometimes I wake up, I don't know what day of the week it is. I just be going through the motions because 2020 just done flew by, so it's like,
man,
it's just going how it's gonna go. I don't know, honey, but
I'm not even
to stay afloat.
That's why all you can do, keep them vibrations soaring high. That's why this is indeed Goddess Talk. That's why I said if a lot of y'all know some young ladies who are arriving at that point of adulthood, they are living in the American dream in the United States of America as a African American black woman or black woman, whichever you may please. You may want to share this with them.
Yes, you definitely do. And you definitely want to take in account the society that we live in, which is capitalistic, and how a lot of times that capitalism has a lot to do with the poor and the rich, but it has a lot to do with people's esteem as well, and how they view themselves and how they determine what their worth is also. So we're gonna touch on a lot of those different things to get you a broader perspective of the things that's going on in the world and how one thing leads to another.
The last show that we did, Locked and Loaded, shout out to everybody that jumped in on the bandwagon and was like, yeah, there's some good shit. There go Rashida. We're going to bring Rashida back. We're going to bring her in. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all.
That's as beautiful as ever.
Oh, thank you. Extra good.
Yeah.
Like, okay. You got the wings up and everything. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Comments. Oh, I see them when they come up on the screen. Big.
You got your phone? You on the computer? You can use the phone to just go to my page. You can either go to Facebook. We are on YouTube right now as well. Shout out to everybody over there on YouTube.
How's it's not coming up? Did you tag me in there?
I ain't had time. My bad. Last show, you guys were talking about colorism.
Did you tag me? Okay, now I see you. You need to put
That
my
conversation was was a deep conversation. That was deep. We were going angles and directions, and I had to edit it, and we were gonna do a part 2. We're gonna touch on it a little bit, but we're gonna move on from it because we have other things that we want to tackle. What was there something that you guys wanted to say in that particular conversation that you thought about later? Because I did. That you thought about later and you were like, damn, I wish I could have brought up this point.
The only thing that's from that conversation that I think that I got from it, that I don't think that it was one of those things where we all had a chance to kind of like tie everything all in, was that a lot of times we could have the same experience from different vantage points that establish a different type of perspective from it. And I think for all of us, we're all like different complexions and we have different experiences. And so I think that a lot of times that we have to allow people the space to speak about their experiences and not judge the experiences and not overlook it because that wasn't their experience.
Right.
So a lot of times you just have to allow yourself to just be an ear for somebody else. And, I know in that conversation that we were having, it was like, with me and Kitty, we were like on both ends of the spectrum. You had the super light skinned girl, and then you had a darker skinned girl. Then you got Rashida that was in the middle. And then when we talked about it, it was like I dealt with an extreme, Kitty dealt with an extreme, and then Rashida dealt with what was like the happy place of it all, and her focus and what she dealt with was like something totally different. So being able to listen to those different experiences, it never was one of those things where I could say, well, Rashida, you don't understand because of this. Kitty wasn't like, oh, Deasia, you don't understand because you're light. You know what I'm saying? It was like a time for all of us to give our different perspectives on what it is and what we experience, and we were able to learn something from it. And be able to see that we're, even though you might feel like you're alone and you're fighting by yourself, but it's a whole lot of people that has gone through and going through the same things that you have been through and going through.
That was something a lot of young ladies were inboxing me, and they were saying nobody really gets to hear the light skin spectrum of that situation. They don't get to hear about, oh, I was the little light skinned girl, I had to fight because I was light skinned. A lot of people don't understand that particular, you know what I'm saying? And just like Rashida was saying, I can relate to what Rashida was saying. I never really had a big issue with anything that had to do with my skin tone per se, but it was to me, colorism is basically pinpointing and detailing every little thing that America has said that's ugly when it comes to a black woman. And one thing that they pointed at, and women are embracing it now, but when I was growing up, it was hard being the fat girl. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, that's a part of colorism, because if you think about your big mama, you think about your grandma, you know what I'm saying, your elderly women, black women, a lot of them were healthy. And that was pointed at as you was ugly. They don't broadcast the fact that those men were in love with them. Them Caucasian men was in love with them and was raping them women because that's what they were attracted to. They didn't record that part. They just made sure that women knew that was ugly. That was not considered attractive. And what I wanted to say in that conversation that I didn't really get around to is, I really haven't had the experience of somebody judging me because how dark or light I am, but I definitely had that ill experience where people have picked at me and made me feel ugly, the ugly black woman, because I was bigger. That was my experience of colorism. And I think I wanted to bring that up. I felt like it was important to bring that up is because we don't all know each other's story and what we've had to deal with as a Black woman. All we know is that one target that's on our back. We know about that. We can all relate on that. But when it comes to picking out and detailing what it is about you as a Black woman that people take and they make it, oh, this disgusting thing, we haven't held that discussion.
And that's and what a lot of people don't understand about colorism is not just about colors. No. It's an anti-Black thing, period. Because I'm going to tell you something about colorism that I experienced. It's about your Black features. You know what, regardless of your skin tone, or regardless of your skin tone, it's like, okay, I have big old lips. When I was little, people used to say something about that because it's like, oh, you got these big old lips and do this whole type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Or my jaws, I have high cheekbones. That's an African feature, right?
Right.
And I used to be like, they used to call me big jaws and all this old kinds of stuff. And then when you have a butt, like a lot of people don't understand, like women that were little with a natural big booty and stuff like that, a lot of girls didn't like that because you got objectified. So I was a little heavier, which back then it would be what people would call thick, but their word hadn't been established yet, so it was still fat. It wasn't no distinguishing between skinny and fat. You was either skinny or fat. It wasn't no thick. You know, but when you look back at my pictures, you'll be like, oh, she was thick, but at that age, I was considered fat, right?
Right.
So I had this big wide old ass. I'm walking through the hallways and boys are just running, smack me on my butt and stuff like that. And it was like, or people be like, her booty too big, or this is this. It was just all this type of stuff. And now, once I done got grown, my booty ain't nothing but a flat pancake. But the thing is, those are African features. Those are features of a Black woman. So those things, you get attacked for that, even down from our facial features to our hair to the way we're built and all of that. That all goes under the umbrella of colorism. It's just not the skin type or skin tone. It's all
really under the umbrella. It's really phenotype. It's, like you said, it's the presentation of features, these dominant features, right? And so, and the other thing is there was an association based on the color. So dark, nappy hair, right?
Right.
And I don't consider nappy a negative thing, but I know that it's used in a negative connotation.
Right.
And you have things like, oh, if you're light, you're supposed to have the good hair, but
the curly hair.
This is good, you know, any hair is good hair, right?
Right.
And then wide nose, and I don't know if I mentioned it on the last one where I used to have this. Well, I would hear as a child, "Hey, that's a waste of light skin. If you were light skinned, hair." And so there is this association. So you have to just kind of navigate through not only a skin color but your features. So if people make fun of them, then okay, you're gonna hate them. You know, you don't get that reinforcement. It's like that baby girl that was with her hair, the locks. I think that's what started.
Right.
And so there's not a reinforcement of how beautiful she is. And so we don't have reinforcements of our beauty in the media. And then we're in school and we don't have reinforcements of our beauty from our peers. And maybe our parents were, maybe they weren't. And I just know a lot of Black women with predominantly Black features had a hard way, whether they were light or dark, period.
Right.
That's true.
Absolutely.
And that was one of the things.
And that's one thing we all can.
Wide lips, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for the longest, it was just hard to deal with why, you know, I might want a nose job. You know what I mean? I perm my hair. And even my hair transition journey was really hard because one of the things that made me go natural, is that I just knew my daughter wasn't gonna have no soft, loose curled hair, right? I knew it was her. She was gonna be tightly curled, coarse, you know. And I figured she'd be light skinned. Her dad's light skinned. You know what I'm saying? She might not. I didn't know what I was gonna get, but I just wanted to be. I didn't want to be a hypocrite when I told her she was beautiful.
Right.
So I got my daughter in natural hair, but I got wigs and weaves. Not that it's, you know, to each his own. I just felt personally that if I did not represent a natural appeal to her, then it was just going to be telling her to her face that she's not beautiful.
Right.
What I say, because I'm contradicting myself over here.
Exactly.
When it came to the hair. You know what I mean?
Right.
So hair was really my biggest thing because I've always had kinky hair.
Mm-hmm.
And girl, you got some nappy hair.
Ooh. Oh my God. I hate it.
Okay, this nappy girl, I don't know how. And you know, and it was just a headache. Like I designed myself and I'm making it hard for you on purpose. Like, get over yourself, whoever the case may be. And so I had to just grow into it. And when I look back now, because I've developed that self-love, it's real hard for me to just really kind of talk about it and admit that it was, I had to face my own anti-Black issues. It was a part of, like, I don't want to necessarily say self-hate, but I did not love myself the way I was. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. And although I was Black, I still
and when you say something about the
anti-Black, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all ties into that, and this is a major thing. The reason why, like, we have been raised. We have been raised to believe that, like, our hair is our beauty. As women, as little bitty girls, we have always been made to believe that, like, the longer and all of that, and you know, even like the lint check that people do with an afro. Our hair does not grow like this unless you got like the curly hair. Our hair grow like this. But you know, people subconsciously like do lint checks and everything. And that is one of the main reasons why I kind of go hard on men when it comes to them talking about women in their hair, because they don't understand the walk that we gotta take.
They
don't understand what it is and everything mentally, and it's like, hold on, give us a minute. You know, you might have some girls, like I've made plenty of posts, and I tell women, while we doing this quarantine or whatever the case may be, I've never considered my hair in the ugly stage, but while we doing this and you at home by yourself, if you ever thought to go natural, right now will be a good time, because you ain't got to. You might not be as confident as the next woman. You might, and it's okay, because I'm not going to shame you because you were conditioned. Right. And that's the problem that we have amongst each other. We shame people for being sleep. We shame each other for being conditioned. Everything. When you had to wake up at one point. So I'm not going to shame you for feeling like you're not as confident to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Because we all had our little walk and our little journey. And so for a man to interject himself in that plight of a woman, I feel like they need to, for a lack of better words, shut the fuck up. Don't even think about it, because are you a beautician?
That's just one of the things.
King, chill out.
It's an anti-Black agenda to me, because we Black men and Black women are combative on mostly every issue. Who had it worse? Who had, you know what I mean? I don't want to play that game. My thing is, when you look at the revolution will not be televised, it's never going to be televised. Why? Because it's a revolution of the mind, right? So my thing is, if you work on self, if you do that self work, I heal myself as a Black woman, you heal yourself as a Black man.
Exactly.
And then we can heal the nation. But as long as I kind of just don't even really, I'm not that receptive to Black men criticizing Black women, because I feel like Black men police Black women on a whole nother level than Black women police Black men. And it's become an era where I think as Black women, it was like, well, damn, we go hard for our men, and yet there's no appreciation.
That's how Black women end up at each other's necks. Hold on. That's how Black women end up at each other's necks. That's how they at each other's necks and shit. You know, we were talking about, I wanted to talk about this, and that'll fall right into line how Floyd Mayweather's daughter is in a whole bunch of trouble because she decided that she loved this nigga so much and she wanted to prove that she finna win the competition, that she's gonna stab this boy's baby mama. They got into it. She pulled up to his mansion and she caught the baby mama there. First of all, ladies, I don't know. If you ain't got no kids out there and you dealing with a man that's got kids or got a baby mama, that's why I advise young women not to even deal with men with a whole bunch of goddamn kids. You need to be prepared for shit like that. You need to be prepared that they're gonna be in communication and all that shit. I'm not saying that's the case, but I felt like that brought about a good point. Anyway, let me finish the story. She pulled up to his mansion. The girl was there. They got into a fight. Somehow they ended up in the kitchen. She ran and got a knife. She didn't stab this girl once, but she stabbed her twice.
And did you say she was pregnant?
She's pregnant.
The baby mama, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was reading that Yaya's out of jail, so it's kind of
she got out of Yaya got out of jail.
Of course, we kind of do that, but
the crazy thing is the Jacobs. I forget the girl first name, but I know her last name is Jacobs. But Jacobs, she is actually still hospitalized in critical condition.
Right.
So that means that they don't know if she's gonna make it. So this could very well turn into from assault to murder charges.
Exactly.
Or attempted murder, however you want to put it. I don't know everything how the legal system break down, but I know her ass gonna go to damn jail. If she keep on claiming, people be trying to say
not gonna be able to throw his wallet at that.
Mayweather ain't gonna be able to throw his wallet at that, and this is what a lot of people. And this is from a post that I was saying how people be like, "Oh, the fathers in your life and everything," and they try to blame the behaviors of men and boys on the single mother and try to make it seem like single mothers done fucked up the world, and the reason why the world is like it is and boys is like it is because of single mothers. But guess what? Mayweather ain't did nothing but swung on women, beat women, and all this old kind of stuff. So to be honest with you, the only example that she got of a man is her father that is just like the man that she's with right now. So just because he was there and giving her the bag or whatever the case may be, he wasn't a good example of a man to that girl. Let's just keep it above. He beat women. You know what I'm saying? So only thing she know is your daddy is a fighter. Your daddy beat women. So only thing she know is violence. So it's like, what he gonna do? You know, it's not really much he could do. He could barely talk or read or whatever the case may be. What he gonna do? He can't fight no case. He could give you some money and he could try to help
that man's reading. He hooked on phonics.
He hooked on phonics, but I ain't mad at him because I ain't really, as long as you know how to, a lot of dumb people make be more successful than people that's intelligent.
True. Very true.
So caught up in their academics or whatever the case may be and get removed from the real world and be trying to be all smarter than anybody else. But that's neither here nor there. But he's not going to be able to do anything but try to take her way out of it. And by the way, that young boy disrespected him.
Yeah, he said,
that means, let me tell you, because I'm a daddy's girl. I'm a daddy girl and a mama girl.
Ain't no way.
My daddy is a black belt martial artist. But if you disrespect my daddy, if you disrespect my daddy,
he the least of your worries.
I'm finna act a fool.
That way.
You disrespect my daddy. The reason why he was able to disrespect her daddy like that is because she has some type of issue with her daddy that we might not be privy to. And she was like, yeah, because ain't no way in the world a man to be that comfortable with, like, calling your daddy a bitch ass nigga, not in front of me. I would have kicked him right in his spine while I was laying on the bed.
How you on live eating? I got my little drink, but what y'all drinking on?
I've been drinking.
Girl, what's up? What you got off in your cup? We stop right there. They don't know if it's coffee. They don't know if it's wine.
Something, but it's not. It's something that makes it look like it's just frost on it. But
I'm drinking coffee.
I'm
drinking Koffe Wit Kiddy. I got my styrofoam to keep it warm.
It's Koffe Wit Kiddy.
But yeah, that's crazy. But that has a lot to do with her self-esteem. And if I don't know if y'all seen this, but you remember when Young Boy came out with that song Dirty Diana, playing the parody of like Michael Jackson Dirty Diana?
I ain't paying attention.
He was talking bad about Yaya, the Mayweather's daughter, the one that stabbed the girl. He was talking bad about her. He made a whole song about her, right? Mm-hmm. And when he dropped the song, Tell Me Why, Yaya and her mama was riding around in a car just jamming Dirty Yaya. I'm like, we need to not just hold, like, Mayweather, he full of it, and he might not got the best choice of women because he like people that he can abuse, but all at the same time, she lived with her mama, and her mama is just a ratchet fool. Do you hear me? Ain't nowhere in the world that your daughter is dealing with a man and he a rapper. He put out a diss track about your daughter. Y'all riding around bumping it, and then she gonna tell her, "Don't worry about it. Get the bag." How you gonna tell her to get a rap nigga bag? Her daddy is Floyd Mayweather.
But hold on,
maybe that was her attitude with Floyd. Okay, he beat my ass, but I'm getting the bag.
How old is Yaya?
19.
Is she? Oh.
And that's why I said, like, I wanted, if anybody had like a teenager that was coming up on adulthood as a black woman, that this was the perfect show for them. Because I mean, we talking about it and we joking about it, but okay, yeah, her parents responsible for her upbringing and stuff like that. But once you reach adulthood, when me personally, if you out here fucking, you definitely need to up your lady stat. That means that you really grown woman now. That means that you really have to practice independence now. And in independence, we all know comes disciplining yourself. Your parents are no longer responsible for your actions. It's your time to take responsibility for your actions. In this particular situation, I hope it don't break baby girl, but I most definitely hope it breaks some things about life down to her. Because ain't no man worth you losing your livelihood. Yeah, you're Floyd Mayweather's daughter. You got plenty of fucking bread, but ain't shit you can do now with that bread. That bread is not equivalent to the trouble that you are in. If this young lady dies, you are not responsible for killing one person.
First of all, the commissary gonna be lit, so the bread is gonna be 100, but the commissary gonna be lit, so that's about as all she got.
But she don't want to live like that.
But
she ain't even built for that type of life. You can look at her and tell she not built for that shit.
How you stab somebody twice and don't really have the wherewithal or the understanding to know that you're going to be incarcerated for this, or possibly it's just never that serious. I've been mad at plenty of people in my 44 years. What's kept me from stabbing, killing, shooting? I don't want to go to jail. You see what I'm saying?
But she's privileged. She's a privileged child, and that's why. She's a privileged
person saving grace. I have emotional intelligence and all, but more than that, I just don't want to go to jail.
Hell no.
Yeah, but she's a privileged child, and she think that she could get out whatever that's going on. Right. And the crazy thing about Yaya, and I think that a lot of this is the thing, she's so insecure, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
She's very.
She is Floyd Mayweather's daughter. She's Floyd Mayweather's daughter. You hear me? My daddy is not Floyd Mayweather, But I feel like I got bragging rights just because my daddy is a black belt and he do karate and nunchucks and stuff. Like when people see me when I go back home, they be like, "Oh, that's Roy's daughter." Like it holds some weight. You know what I'm saying? People might not know him, but it holds some weight because he was a professional bodybuilder. He was into martial arts and everything. When I go back home, it's gonna hold some weight when they like, okay, that's Roy's daughter. So it gave me a certain level of confidence that I may not have had, right?
Right.
Let me tell you what broke her down the most, and I don't know if she had paid attention or if y'all knew about this. Young NBA young boy NBA, however you put it. He was with Janae, his the girl before her. And they was going through all of that. That's when he had made that song talking about him having herpes and all that kind of stuff. He don't do nothing but blast women on tracks. So
this is too much.
They broke up.
This is too much.
Girl, no. They got a restraining order, girl. I ain't coming outside today. Look at that song. I think that's the song about him not coming outside. He was quarantined a long time ago. But this nigga was not gonna come outside, But look, he got that. He got Janae, huh?
I just want to know why you know all this.
Cause girl, I be paying attention to what's going on. Shoot, I'm trying to keep up because I don't want to be one of them old heads that's out of the loop.
No idea what you're talking about.
I'm not one of them old heads that's out of the loop. I'm old, but I be in the loop of what's going on. So Janae, I be messing up some names. But Janae, or whatever her name is. And to be honest, I'm an old head, but to be honest, NBA Youngboy, he makes some damn good music. If y'all listen to him, a lot of people, I like NBA Youngboy, but anyway, he got Janelle tattooed 5 or 6 times across his body.
And he said, y'all may as well, bitches know what they looking at, and you may as well be ready once this paperwork is over with. I'm going back to that bitch. He said that shit.
Exactly.
I wonder if y'all gonna stab her.
That's why she insecure. Because that's who he loves. If he don't love nobody else, that's Janae girl, or whatever the case may be, they might be 2 peas in a pod with herpes together, but they love each other. You hear me? Mm-hmm. They love each other.
I just can't.
Shoot. I don't know what kind of pus is going on around there. All kinds of cold sores or whatever the case may be. I don't think they need is a box of Benadryl or whatever, a little Vaseline. I don't know what they use for with a Clementine lotion and some shit. But they love each other. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to understand.
If you don't love him, he sure in the hell love her.
I'm trying to understand though, like as Floyd Mayweather, how do you that little boy is not cute. First of all, he not
NBA young boy ain't cute.
I know you don't think he is.
He alright.
That little, he look like his face done been ran over with a bike. He not cute. He ain't cute enough for me to be stabbing a bitch twice.
I ain't stabbing nobody over nobody.
Shit.
I work something out with you. I try to come. Matter of fact, if a man ever put me in a position where I have to choose, or where he making me have to being stuck in the middle and be an option or whatever the case may be, he ain't got no choice. I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. You gonna get stuck with whatever you dealing with. You ain't finna be able to choose between me and somebody else. I'm not finna be your option. And it's just that on that.
I just hate that young girls be getting themselves in situations, because we're talking about this because it's Mayweather's daughter, but it's a little Shaniqua Shaquandra in the hood right now. That you know what I'm saying is ride or die for her boo, and her boo can't even rub 2 quarters together.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter isn't the only one, and I feel like it's. I mean, I ain't seen no red nowhere where it's numbers or percentages or no shit like that, but it's something that I've seen and it's something that I've experienced as as coming up in the hood. It's a lot of black girls. All the things that we're talking about, and all this ties together. It may not seem like it makes sense, but all this ties together. We were just talking about how men put us in that position to be in competition with each other sometimes. Their influence, I'll say that, because they don't make us do shit, but their influence most definitely has a big part to do with these beefs we be having with each other. Because a majority of the time, it be over some dick. Now, at this age, we at that age now, it really don't know. Go on, girl. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We really don't give a damn.
Right.
But at that age, coming up, we need to scream it loud where these babies can hear. Baby, do you know how many more niggas after this nigga, after you done stab this girl and all that shit that you're going to meet that have potential to be your husband and not your nigga, your Nigga? Bitch, why we got to ride and die? I like riding, but why I got to die? You shouldn't want me to die. If you love me as much as you say, I'll ride for you. I'm not dying for you, my nigga. Sorry.
Yeah.
Our black girls get that in their head that, you know what I'm saying? And I even hate when people refer to, well, grandma and grandpa had about 15 motherfucking kids and papa was the only motherfucking working. Nah, she couldn't go nowhere. She had to put up with some shit.
And you're going to have about 17 or 18 cousins that live down the street, around the corner, that you didn't know was some kin to you, brothers and sisters and everything, until you learn social media. And now you on here talking about, hey, cuz, who your people? What's your last name? And you trying to figure out if y'all finna invite this stranger that you met on social media to the family reunion in the cookout because grandpa was a Rolling Stone. Them old long time ago ass stories about grandma and grandpa, whatever the case may be. They ain't no good examples. This is some shit about suffering and surviving. That's like some old good time. That's a good time story. Struggling and surviving. Good time.
No. Sorry, Ivory. Hey, thank you for tuning in.
Hey, boo.
Is that girl, boy?
Girl.
Okay. Hey, mama. Like girl with them. Well, see, this is a different. This isn't her in this profile picture.
I see some Hewitt. Is that Hewitt Newton? I think I see a Hewitt Newton, a Shata. I can't really see what's on her. I said different afros. I like this.
This generation feeds off social media and reality shows. She's privileged. Unfortunately, money talks. She will have the best defense team. Remember Ethan Coach. I feel you. But I don't think she's not gonna get out of this. Do you know how bad they want to hang our asses, especially when we're some rich Negroes?
Exactly. And you know the powers, well, I don't know, but a lot of people, you know that Floyd Mayweather is not white folks' favorite either.
Exactly.
Right. So if you can't get you, get your kids, you know, those that are closest to you.
Either way we can take you down because I mean one thing.
You playing the fool, so then there you go. So
exactly. And what if Daddy says, "I'm not finna support this shit"? Dude, you done sit, you laid up in the bed with this man while he's sitting up disrespecting me. I'm not finna give you one single damn thing.
So I did try to brief myself slightly, but it was overwhelming. But apparently she's back at Young NBA Young Boy, whoever the kid is.
NBA Young Boy.
NBA Young Boy. I really sound old and I'm ashamed. But anyway, she back with it. So my thing is, should he be responsible for her defense team? He's apparently with her. But how do you just take this woman and she just stabbed the mother of your unborn child and you put her in critical condition? Like, we ain't got to have a sis, let's sit down and talk for a minute moment.
Right.
I guess none of this shit is logical to me.
It's a whole bunch of kiddie shit.
I don't necessarily know that it's kiddie. I really think that it's just blatant dysfunction. It's dysfunctional.
A lot of dysfunction.
It's dysfunctional.
And the thing is, what we gotta understand is like Mayweather, he's been getting hit real hard. He done had relatives that died. His girlfriend that he used to beat the hell up out of. She ended up passing away in the car, and they raised a suspicion on that because with that, they said she was supposed to be coming out with a book or something, and she was suing him for some money or whatever the case may be. She wound up dead. We ain't got no answers for that. And then I
didn't know about all the other shit.
Yeah, now they saying that her friend is supposed to be finishing up the book that she was doing or whatever. So it's like it's just a whole bunch of stuff. So he already, like, even though I don't like Mayweather, but I still have some type of compassion.
Girl, when people going through stuff, and that's the thing, like that's when you know you really are a good person. I don't really particularly care for Mayweather either. But I really feel horrible for that man. I don't know who the fuck he pissed off on the other side, but they is hanging it to his ass right now. I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, I was a fan of Mayweather, but then when I saw that he was, an abusive man, I've never really been abused, like physically abused. Have I been in relationships where there were some levels of mental or emotional abuse? Yes. I had one person that hit me, and that was the first and the last. And I promise ain't nobody gonna ever hit me again. That's all I can say.
I'm not taking no hit.
But I can't really fathom being abused. But it's not to. I promise. My heart goes out to battered women. It's just hard for me to conceptualize, right? But so my thing is, my love still goes out to them because they're a woman. They're typically the victim. Right. It's not about men who are victims. We know that we have some men that are victims also. Another time. Just him knowing, kind of the overwhelming evidence that he's abusive. It just my love waned for him. I just don't have the same,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I just don't. But I've seen a documentary on him. I know he's come up, and I know that boxing is one of those things where people who have been typically abused or had a hard time, that's one of the ways that they let out their aggression.
Right.
Deal with their anger.
Or a method or a way you channel that anger and energy. It did not serve him the way it should have. You have an outlet for your anger, and you're getting paid millions of dollars, and you're still abusive to women, and you have the means, the avenues, the time to seek the help to heal yourself, and you never do it. Then we just gotta hold people accountable. It's not. It is what it is. I don't know.
See, that's the thing though. Like he became too fucking powerful. Like that outlet that he had made him more powerful. And when some niggas get money, especially large amounts of money, we're not talking about just some regular millionaire. We're talking about a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So he cocky, he egotistical. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of women, when it comes to money, a lot of women just deal with shit because he got that bag. Mama told her, girl, just get that bag. Just like I said, her mama was like that. Okay, Mayweather whooping my ass, but I'm getting this bag.
I mean, I guess that's a.
Our people be fucked up, man. Our people be fucked up, and it be so many people. I get a little upset with some people in the conscious community that act like we're supposed to just always rainbows and unicorns. Nah, like we really need to face our undefeatable motherfucking need flaws.
We really need to bring that darkness into the light. We do need to face our demons. We have a lot. That's why I was like, it is so abuse in the Black community, whether it's physical, sexual, mental, emotional. Abuse in the Black community has been so taboo, and it's made people just shift that under the rug. It was common to not talk about it. You better not tell nothing to go on in this house. You know what I'm saying? We're programmed kind of to ignore abuse. We're programmed to repeatedly take abuse and make it, take our lemons and put it into lemonade. You know what I'm saying? We are wired to accept abuse. And that's part of colonialism and imperialism. And that's part of why we're in America and we're institutionalized and we have all these issues. And this is where my love for my people come in, because I try to lend that understanding of, hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand a lot of why we are the way we are. But at some point, we have to address it. I just need you to be a whole person. So work on yourself when you're healing so that we can come together and have a healthy topic. Otherwise, it's just like you see up and down the timeline. But men don't respect each other. Women don't respect each other. Don't nobody. Everybody think they're
all day long.
scientists. They think they're Facebook genius, professor, mental health. Whatever the topic is, everybody is a foremost authority on the shit. It just, I very rarely post my opinion because I'm like, for what? And I'm not
definitely because they'll attack you.
Right. What? I got better things.
They will attack you. And not only will they attack you, the thing that they would do, like you had made a good point where it's like, I'm going to understand because of my love for my people. That doesn't mean that we can't speak on certain subjects and hold each other accountable. Right. That don't mean we just pump feel good rhetoric into each other and just make you feel good. And every time we talk about our flaws, it's like, oh, it's so many instances where when we talk about our flaws or whatever, it's like, oh, we black, we get beat up enough. We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about this. We don't need, and it's everything is getting swept up under the rug, but the big issues are not getting dealt with. We're not pulling those skeletons about the closet and talking about the issues that actually plague us. And
I love my people, but you ain't gonna black power me to death and tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't hurt, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna peace queen me into thinking that your shit is righteous. You could get the hell out of my face. You could get down. You're not about to peace queen me into believing your bullshit. Oh, because you peace queen and
they get mad when you get mad at that because we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and keep it a buck. We're gonna keep it a buck, and then in doing that, then we're gonna give each other a solution to what the problem is, and that's how we able to find
Asia. The solution can't all be you vibrating low.
Right. Exactly. That ain't always
vibration.
That's some good. That's
I am good vibes, good energy. You know what I'm saying? Vibrating on a certain frequency, but at the same time,
going on with that.
You're not about to dismiss this shit.
Because they're positive vibes all the time or whatever. Right. That's fake as hell. Because sometimes, guess what? We be depressed. We be depressed. We have anxiety. We want to go off. We want to
like, not at all.
Baby.
I ain't with none of that. It's like, yeah, my vibrations is right here and vibes or whatever the case may be. I'm not finna get so much into the unseen to where I'm not finna deal with your ass accordingly in physical form. Okay? You're not gonna play with me in the physical.
Hold on, y'all.
Spirit meets spirit. Spirit understands spirit, and everybody ain't gonna understand spirit. So guess what? 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna understand. So I'm gonna deal with you in the physical form. You know what I'm saying? I might have to cut your ass out.
My grandmama told me this story like years ago. You know what I'm saying? This shit like stayed with me forever. She was like, it was this lady that owed her some money, right? And the lady avoided her, and she kept like trying to get in contact with the lady that owed her the money and whatever not. So she catch her walking from the store, and she get like, "Hey, let me talk to you, right?" Because my grandmama was gangster. But anyway, we can talk about how gangster she was later. But she was like, the lady was like, you know, Miss Harris, you know, I wanted to tell you that the Lord told me that He done forgave all my debts, and I don't owe nobody nothing. And my grandmother said she just listened to her go on and let her tell about how the Lord has saved her and set her free and all of that. She said her response was, well, the Lord told me, if you don't give me my goddamn money, I'll whoop your ass. And that's been one of my.
And the Lord told her right. I'm gonna excuse myself for a moment, child.
You got your way and I got mine.
Pretty much. And a lot of people be taking that love and light. I remember one day I had I had did something. It was pertaining to blood. Anybody that know me know little Arkansas. That's what I claim. That's what I throw up. It ain't nothing really serious. But I had made a post.
I'm throwing Arkansas. I'm throwing Detroit. It ain't Michigan. It's Detroit. What up, though, Detroit? Anybody from Detroit tuning in?
It gotta be. It's some different people in here. I don't know a lot of these folks. Okay. But anyway, I had made a little post. It was about blood or whatever, just shooting the shit. And one lady commented, like, we kind of went back and forth, and then she gonna inbox me later talking about I seen the sage in the what she say? I seen the sage and the dreadlocks and all that good shit. You talk a good game, but you really ain't about that life. And I'm just like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, I thought you were all peace, or you were all about peace and power and black. Bitch, I'm just like Erykah Badu, ho. I'm down with sage and incense, goddammit, but all that shit can turn into Newports and a motherfucking 8-ball. Don't play with me. It doesn't matter. People always want to put this thing on you just because you're spiritual or even religious. Because I know my grandma is a whole motherfucking Christian out here, but let a motherfucker slide her the wrong way. It's gonna go down. Maybe not now. She an amputee, but I don't know. You probably still could get it with her not having neither one of her legs. You probably still could get it from my grandma. And she is a diehard fucking Christian. But my thing is people always expect for you to just allow them to do all type of fuckery shit. You know what I'm saying? And you go back at them or stuff like people always want people to pay attention to your reaction, but they don't never discuss what made you react the way that you reacted. That's why I be so mad about having to control my anger and shit, because we all know I got some anger shit going on, and I'm working on myself. But people really, really trip me out because they think because you see a you see some dreadlocks, you see me with my crystals. Let me take that back. You see me with my locks. First of all, bitch, you said my hair wrong. Anyway, but people see you with locks. They see you buy your herbs. They see you smelling like motherfucking lavender and stuff like that. They feel like they can roll up on you any type of way. No, bitch. I will whoop your ass. Mm-hmm. Not with these physical hands. I will call spirit on your motherfucking ass. I will get the help of the ancestors to beat your ass. Like, I'm not supposed to just sit back and take whatever you give to me just because I'm spiritual, or I'm going to speak for the Christians and whoever else religious. Stop rolling up on people like you. I mean, shit, you wouldn't want nobody to roll up on you the way some of y'all roll up on people. Some of y'all be reckless with y'all goddamn mouth.
And what people don't understand is the purpose is to be righteous. You're supposed to be righteous. Don't mean you're gonna be perfect. Okay. And don't mean you're gonna do everything right. I strive to be righteous, and sometimes righteous means taking matters into my own hand. Sometimes righteous means using my logic and my understanding towards things in order to maneuver and deal with life as it comes. And if it means me dragging your ass through the asphalt or whatever to remain righteous, then that's what it's gonna be. Because bitch, you're negative energy, and the same way that I wave a motherfucking sage stick to get rid of the things in the spiritual realm, bitch, I will wave your ass and drag your ass all across the south.
And gladly burn my Palo Santos. So burn my Palo Santos and my sage after I whoop your ass. That way.
Yeah, I was supposed to.
Yeah, so peace be upon you. Peace be upon you.
As it is above, so be it below, bitch.
Yeah, it can be peace, or it can be like.
Yeah, I'm gonna wave my sage stick to get you up off of me. But if it don't work, then I add. That's my benefit.
And if you my friend on Facebook, you already know. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with my peace both ways. I'm good with my inner peace, and I'm good with my peace. So
exactly, and that's what a lot of people don't understand.
What you want to do?
That's what a lot of people don't understand.
You can
manifest an ass whooping.
I just want to give a shout out to Dean Manuscript.
Hey, man, manuscript, he on here. How you doing?
It's an honor for my teacher to tiptoe in and look in on me. What's up, Dean Manuscript? Prayers up. Y'all send some love up for my boss man.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Absolutely love Dean and Dean
shout out.
What's the name of it? I can't get the name right, y'all.
I send nothing but warm currents your way. Warm currents your way. Peace and blessings be upon you, brother.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes, y'all send some hearts up. Hearts for prayers around here. Because y'all be telling folks I'm going to pray for you and you leave them and you don't think about them no more. Send them hearts up.
Mm-hmm. They just be lying to God, huh?
Just be lying on God. On Jesus'
God. Oh, God.
And you know what? Like trickling back, I don't even know how much I missed or whatever, but I really do hate that, people who be like positive vibes only and all of that kind of stuff, they be like really docile about things. They feel like they can't attack certain issues and talk about certain things because they feel like to address certain things is negativity.
But it's
not that.
Like
it's a lot of grown
avoidance. That's an avoidance tactic. I'm not one of them people. I really do like to face my problems head on. I really like to address. I'm a Sagittarius, so you're gonna get that naturally. Right. I'm gonna look in your face and be like, "What the problem is?" You know what I'm saying? That's just how I do my thing. But everybody
else give it to me straight. Just tell me.
Right. I'm kind of bold and fearless in that manner. But I really have to. I try to step lightly and easy with people who are like you said, docile with it and don't know how to talk about their feelings. I'm just like, but you, like you said, you're not gonna peace queen me to death with that shit though. You're not. No. It's toxic. It's really toxic.
It really is. Because you hold that shit in, and then somebody else does something to you, and you eventually just fast the fuck out. And it's not even that person may not even did anything. They just did that one little thing that sent you over the fucking edge.
The straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
That's what it be. The straw that broke the camel's back, and it don't take nothing but a little bit. Because I learned a long time ago with like waking. I was 11 or 12 years old, waiting for all these people that done woke up to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
right? And it does make a difference. It does make a difference.
I feel like the auntie around this. I feel like an elder around this motherfucker. I've been waiting on y'all. I've been waiting on y'all to wake the fuck up. Right. And the way I thought it was supposed to be was not that. So I ain't got no problem with ringing the alarm and putting things on the table and saying what it is and what it ain't or whatever the case may be. Because anybody that woke up when I was 12 years old waiting for y'all to wake up, you can't tell me shit. Ain't now one of you motherfuckers my goddamn elder. Or like you can't tell me a goddamn thing. I'm going to listen to what you got to say or whatever, and I'm going to respect you or whatever the case may be. I respect even in some shit that I never believed in. So I
respect that position as elder, but when I think about elder, I think about the people that I grew around. My Aunt Pearlie, she was my Aunt Pearlie Coleman, my grandma Fannie Mary Biddle, Prentice Biddle, like those are my elders, and those people they had wisdom. Even my grandmother's brothers, those people hold wisdom that could help me, But these new born again, conscious, woke, whatever they want to call themselves, like some of them are not aligning their preaching and teaching along with their walking. And I treat that as the same thing as if I was a Christian, a Jehovah's Witness, or anything. If you are supposed to be the one that God chose to lead me to salvation, you should be walking a little upright. If my ancestors chose you, you should be an example of what you're trying to teach me. Because you can't teach without showing. That's impossible.
Exactly. And that's my thing that I was what I was talking about is like, when I look at an elder, I had wise people around me. When I think about an elder, ancestors and all that kind of stuff. I think about like my people that I know, and I know my lineages. I know all of this shit. So it's like, when I'm not finna let somebody get on YouTube, Facebook, I don't give a fuck what you doing or what you establishing or whatever. I don't give a fuck what type of book you wrote. Right. I don't care what the subject matter is. You ain't my elder.
Right.
My grandma, my granddaddy, my mama, and those that have died before them or whatever the case may be, those are my elders. It ain't nobody that can post something, make a video, or do whatever they want to do. You could write a whole damn book about it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna think how I want to think, and I'm gonna say what it is that I want to say. Now, I take heed to what it is that you're saying, but I'm never gonna bow down to your ass to make it seem like, oh, I shouldn't share my opinion and I don't have a voice or whatever the case may be, just because you're supposed to be the one that woke somebody else up that shouldn't have been sleeping in the first place, to be perfectly honest. Because, like, I'm a woman that was raised around perfect examples of a man and my daddy and all that old kind of stuff, and they gave me a voice. They let me know that my voice is okay. So ain't no random ass person gonna ever make nothing or say nothing that's gonna make me shut the fuck up, because I'm not. I kind of probably revise or, you know, figure out how I'm gonna say this shit.
Well,
but I ain't gonna shut the fuck up.
I have a big issue with it. Right. I have it because shit, I don't know, if I wasn't trying to say his name, I wouldn't. Umar Johnson. Like, I was so behind that man, and I was never really attracted to him because of how he looked or anything. I wanted that man so bad because I was just like, oh my God, this is the revolutionist. He is the new one. They done sent him. And now look at Umar, and I'm just so embarrassed I felt like that.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't remember when you I don't know at what stage you started following him or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you what actually happened with Umar, what a lot of people don't understand, or a lot of people don't realize. There was Umar is kind of like Lil Wayne kind of speak. And I'm gonna tie it together. It was a time where Lil Wayne was kind of like that laughing stock of, you know, after the Hot Boys separated, and then Lil Wayne almost started doing all that funny stuff, and then he kind of Go DJ came out, then he ended up being the Lil Wayne, and he reinvented himself to the Wayne that we see today. The same thing happened with Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson had been a laughing stock before now. His name used to be I might say it wrong, because you know how they be giving all them damn African names and stuff. Infutunde or something like that. I remember that.
Sometimes, yeah.
And remember, he was on the scene talking about he's the descendant of Frederick Douglass and all this old kind of stuff. They was blasting his ass. He was a laughing stock. Then after that, what ended up coming up, Tariq Nasheed. I forgot the lady name. I don't be knowing all these people names or whatever, but you know the lady that she kind of like a pick me or something, kind of sort of. But I'm not gonna say that because I forgot the lady name. I don't want nobody to be attacking me or whatever. The one with the little crown or whatever. I like her, but sometimes she be on some pick me shit. But anyway, he got with Tariq Nasheed and all this old kind of stuff, and they had ended up doing the Hidden Colors. So when they did the Hidden Colors, it kind of like brushed over that whole, I'm a descendant of Frederick Douglass. It kind of brushed over that, and so we started seeing him in another light because they had did that Hidden Color series or whatever. But the Umar Johnson that we're seeing today, he always been like that. It just, the fame and the money just amplified the narcissistic ways of him, but he already had him. Like, what type of nigga he just
that's what I'm saying. He was already goofy. I don't understand how people really allow him to garnish a platform when part of your platform was I'm the descendant of Frederick Douglass, and then you knowingly are lying to the people about that. Like, it's just unnecessary.
See, I didn't know he was lying. I thought that he proved he was telling the truth about that.
No, the family went public.
They family
press conference. and you know, was like, and I think they implemented some type of cease and desist. Like, he can't say that shit no more.
Oh wow!
Now he Prince of Pan-Africanism.
Oh wow!
Right. He's been a few people, and it shows.
He been doing a little too much. I damn near believe that man on something.
And it shows. He has a few personalities, and he's goofy.
And you know what? I don't necessarily. Sometimes I think he's on something, but I'm finna tell you something. A lot of woke people be looking like crackheads anyway. If you actually pay attention, I'm just telling you.
Oh my God. Disclaimer. These are not the thoughts of Koffe Wit Kiddy.
Y'all laughing. Quit laughing. I'm serious. I'm gonna make a point. I'm gonna make a point.
Please do.
A lot of woke people look like crackheads anyway because they get so stuck and lost in their head. And so they try to do everything off the grid. They be trying to be homely looking and everything off the grid that just show and prove that they're not attached or a part of society at all.
They so not society, reality. No, sis, reality.
Yeah, they get detached from reality.
Period.
Yeah, they get detached from reality. And when you get so much detached from reality, you gonna end up. I'm not crazy.
Because you know, this corona really could lead me into quack. I'm glad my circle is tight as hell though.
Right.
I don't really deal with quacks. I don't know none. I don't know like no.
Girl, they be on. I be seeing it a mile away. Like I used to get into with people a long time ago. I be like Umar Johnson, so. They used to be like, they used to be throwing tomatoes at me. Now they all the same ones that used to be down my back about him. Now they tagging me in posts or whatever.
It's so fucking evident though.
Take around with him to get rolled around by the Europeans, and so y'all can pull out the shotty. Is you gonna pull out the shotty for
so evident though? That man, I don't know. I won't even say drugs. I really think Umar Johnson has lost his mind. At one point in time,
I was Asia lost his mind. I think he's still the goofy nigga he been from the get.
He been like that. It just amplified.
Right. He was goofy as hell.
The same thing that was said about Mayweather.
He always
that nigga
like hyper bravado and talking shit. It's just he broke and so he desperate. You just see desperate. Desperation.
And that's a lot of it. Desperation, absolutely. Yes.
Desperation aspect to it, but he been goofy.
He been like that when he came out with that info. I used to follow him back in the day, girl. It used to be so fun. They had these people, the blue pill and the red pill. They had Said It, Umar, Polite, all them yada talking about women don't supposed to have. It's like, girl, he used to be a hot mess, girl. I used to be just.
I remember when yada was saying that women aren't supposed to have cycles. I remember that.
Yeah, Yachty with that damn hat on. He's sitting up there looking like a mean ass big bad Boondocks character. Like you can't get your ass on some goddamn rally looking ass nigga.
Oh my God.
He's sitting up there. Somebody said he looked like a salad shrimp.
I like red pill, blue pill, but I ain't never seen I ain't never been no Polite fan. I ain't never been no
girl, he's on that metaphysical shit, and it's just like, nigga, just go and get you some selenite crystals and a little tourmaline and sit your ass down, okay?
Y'all play entirely too long.
Earth, wind, fire, looking at it. Captain Planet looking at her.
Deasia, she needs to stand up on somebody's stage.
Girl, I'm not finna do no damn stand up here now. I don't do no comedy. I just talk.
Be on Netflix. Just be on Netflix for me.
Well, we gonna put this on Netflix. Lock and Load gonna be on Netflix. I ain't gonna do none without my girls. Fuck all that. I need to be a squad, gang. You hear me? I ain't finna do nothing with my lock queens in this bitch. You hear me?
So what's the Speaking of Locked and Loaded, this is our second episode. How have you guys as people been responding to it?
What?
How have y'all's people been responding to Locked and Loaded?
Nobody has ever said anything to me about Locked and Loaded. Okay. But maybe after the day they will.
I've had people to say stuff to me about it.
This whole episode garnished more traction than the first one did. You know.
Okay.
And so,
what you were saying, D?
I heard people talk about it. What you'll notice a lot of times where that's the reason why I just like to be authentic about things and just give it to them raw, because a lot of times you don't see certain numbers and stuff until after the fact. People see it and view it and they'll discuss it and talk about it, and they may not necessarily be comfortable with posting certain comments and stuff like that. So I have a lot of people that have came to me and they have talked to me about it, and in private, and made certain points and everything that I really do appreciate. But I would appreciate even if those people who have came to me in private, you could subscribe or whatever the case may be, something in the air to let us know that you're there. That way we keep on going. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got necessarily got to show your face, but just show your support, and we'll highly appreciate that. But I will address people concerns or something when they come to me and they'll just ask me certain questions or whatever. A whole lot of those questions led into a full-fledged argument, a couple of blocks, a couple of unfriends and things of that nature. But that's the mark of the territory of social media. That's just how that shit works. But and
I'm probably the low key one. Even though in person I'm probably Deasia, you got the I don't know. So I can't say,
girl, don't try to make it like you low key and we ain't, girl.
Around y'all, I'm a different person because like y'all know me on a personal level. But if we're like out and about,
me than I am in person.
Everybody would think I'm the good one when we're out and about.
Kiddy is more fiery than both of us, if you ask me. Girl, you got me put my double chin on the camera.
Short.
I done put my double chin on the camera. Kiddy, you know you feisty.
That's because she's short. That's her problem.
Don't start that shit. You being colorist. You doing your colorist shit right now. You ain't never had the experience life as a short black woman.
Yeah, with your long legs. With your long legs. Exactly. With your long chocolate brown skin with the long legs, caramel walking through the door, fucking the
Becky with the good hair.
You don't understand. You don't understand. Because I'm about 2 inches taller than Kiddy, but she's still little though.
I wasn't gonna talk about that before, but Kiddy is extra short.
My mom says she loves it. Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
Girl, Kiddy, she's so damn little. I love her to death though, but she just is fiery.
I remember when I first saw Kiddy, I was like, oh my gosh, you're so short. You're so little.
She's so like this. The little thing, the little thing. She look like a little doll.
You know what? I take offense to that. I used to take real bad offense to it because like white people would walk up on me, and I'm talking about in my 20s and shit. White people walk up on me and like pinch my cheeks. That was part of the reason I started wearing makeup, because I wanted people to know that I'm a grown ass woman. And I think they look at the baby face and they be like, oh, she's so cute. Bitch, don't pinch my motherfucking cheeks. I'm 24 years the fuck old.
I understand that young look, because I used to want to look older too, because it's like you don't like that. And I know you probably did. Like, I'm joking and stuff, but I already know because I have shorter, like my daddy side of the family, I'm like dead ass like one of the tallest women, and I'm only 5'6". They range from 4'11" to 5 feet. Right. And I'm like the tallest woman. I'm only 5 feet. So I definitely understand when you having that little bitty baby face and you already low to the ground or whatever. People walk up to you and they really play with you like you a damn kid. They really will do that.
So it has happened to me. It has happened to me. People pinch my cheeks and shit like that. And that if you want to fight me, touch my motherfucking locks and pinch my cheek.
Oh yeah, I don't play with nobody putting their hands.
Like you'll activate a whole damn fight.
Oh yeah, I almost got into it with a white boy for putting his hand. He just. Oh, okay then. You put a
pop on his bitch ass.
Yeah,
girl, I would have swung so damn hard.
Yeah.
Don't touch.
I was with a bunch of people, and so they held me back.
This is a PSA. If you are white, especially, but this is for every damn body. Everybody can get a piece. Children too. Yeah, little kids too. Your little kids can get fucked up too. Don't touch my dreadlocks, my locks. Don't touch my locks.
From 8 to 80, you could get fucked up. 8 to 80.
She said from 8 to 80.
We slide everybody through the asphalt. Do you hear me? Run up, get done up.
Baby, come here. What's all this in your head?
Girl, I hate. Don't touch my damn hair. I don't know what. Like, first of all, we're supposed to be wearing, the reason we wear like the curtains, as Deasia say, is to protect our aura. You know what I'm saying? And for me to just be walking around here like I'm walking around here, and you just reaching out and touching my aura without my permission, and even if you ask, the answer is no, you cannot touch my locks, no. And I just be tripping, like, what's your fascination? But like, what is touching going to do for you? Like, what kind of high do you get off of touching my locks?
I be feel lightweight, feeling like people. I take that shit so offensively. I be like, you trying to feel the texture of my hair, and you gonna make a judgment call on every. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just take it so offensively. I don't
know. They
try
to treat you like an animal in a petting zoo. Like you know how you in a petting zoo and it's like, let me touch your hair. I never wanted to touch some damn blonde ass long. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck how this come out. But that long blonde hair and whatever it would, don't touch me with that shit. Like I don't be wanting it to get on me. Get that shit off me. Don't come. You want to rub through my hair? I do not want to rub through yours. So we do not have a mutual respect or understanding for each other. Get your ass on, because you want something that I don't want, and you are not benefiting me in this situation. Bitch, fight racism. Okay, quit rubbing in my head. Bitch, don't ask to rub in my head. Go rub the old ass white man that's oppressing us in his head, in his toupee. And help us get our motherfucking reparations. That's who you rub in the head. Don't rub me in my head.
So you must definitely, they're right there as confirmations that y'all shouldn't just be rolling around here touching random people's head. This girl right here, if they didn't put enough fear in your motherfucking heart, something wrong with you. You're just fearless.
Mm-hmm. Or a fear of a black eye one.
I actually seen a black girl, and she was just like, I was working one of my little cubicle jobs, and like these white folks was just surrounded this girl in our lunch break room, just touching her hair, and she just standing there like a spectacle. I lost so much respect for her. I was just like, bitch, are you serious? And oh my God,
let them treat her like a pet.
It really is soft. It's not as harsh as it looks.
And so I get, oh my God, your hair. I get people who are absolutely clueless, and bitch, you like 50 years old, and I know you live in Fort Worth, but you got a little bit of money. You done seen some things in life, and I ain't the first unicorn you done seen with no locks in their head. So don't ask me what the hell, what do you call those? I just be like, your ignorance cannot be that way. I just don't believe it.
Yeah, so I'm sure they know better.
You know, have you ever had somebody, what are those called?
They know what they're called.
What's that hairstyle?
They know what they're called. White people have locks.
Hairstyle called.
They know what they're called because white people have locks. And the thing is, I don't mind. I honestly don't mind a person that is really innocent.
White people got what?
They be having little locks or whatever.
They got little
hair matted together or whatever, but they be having a prototype.
You throw Christmas in their head, but they ain't got no goddamn locks now.
They have their little prototype. They have a prototype, or I say their version. They have a version.
I want to salvage that.
But they have their version, and all at the same time. What I'm saying is, they know what it is. Whether they don't try to make it seem like you don't know what it is. And I don't really have a problem with, like, if a white person comes to me and they actually have a genuine question about something and they want to be enlightened about something, because we do live in totally different worlds at a certain point. And so if somebody is asking me a question or whatever, or they're curious, I will oblige them, but all at the same time, that don't mean you stroking through my hair or nothing like that. That don't mean you get to invade my personal space. You're doing too much. And I'm only gonna address your question if I don't feel like you're being kind of condescending in it.
Right. Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't touch my fucking hair. Don't ask to touch my hair.
Don't touch my hair.
Don't ask.
I'm real sensitive about it. Don't touch my daughter's hair either. Like,
girl, ooh.
Like, trying to touch my hair is one offense, but trying to touch my child's hair, because she often she has her hair in a natural state, so Afro puffs, and they really want to. Oh hell no! I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna.
They be trying to touch on King's Prince lock in the back, and I just this no. Don't touch his lock. Don't touch his hair. Don't touch shit. Don't touch my child. Like,
it's just like that should be not. That shouldn't even have to be said.
But you know, unfortunately, a lot of people don't know their boundaries. You know, people who like melanin usually typically don't understand that for some reason. I don't know what you know.
You are right. You're right. They don't understand boundaries, but they damn sure learn.
They can get it.
So. They can learn.
Yeah.
Y'all, we have gone for an hour and 30 minutes. We want to, first of all, shout out to everybody who kicked it with us in here tonight. I want to thank the ladies for coming, pulling up on us. Y'all, we going to get it. We going to get everything organized after a while. Y'all just work with us. Just know that every Tuesday we are going to try to bring you guys some conversations. Soon I will be launching us a page, a Locked and Loaded page. I want to do a video. Everybody's doing this damn video.
What video?
The video.
TikTok.
Yes.
What video?
I hate to even say it because somebody might steal my idea. I want to be the first person to do it. I want us to be the first people to do it.
Okay, we ain't gonna say it right now, but we'll talk.
No, but I mean, I was trying to open it up to other females because I actually want to make this like the beginning of our show. I want this to be the intro to our show,
like a dance in the.
No, not a dance. You know, everybody doing that. What is they calling it?
Savage.
No.
Flip the switch.
No, not.
I ain't flipping no switches.
The one where they like have the makeup brush and then they.
When you throw the makeup brush, yeah, I wanted to do that one, but I don't know how to do it. I had posted that on my page where I want to be working out. You know what I'm saying? And then put on some lingerie, or we ain't even got to do lingerie. It's like some people be working out in the gym and then they'll change into something sexy, or they'll be just around the house and change into something sexy. It's kind of like one of those before and after type of thing.
We want to do locks.
So, okay, we're gonna have to speak on it. We're gonna have to
I want to hurry up and do it because now I done said it, and so people, you know.
I mean, I had mentioned too, I wanted to, but I seen one group. I saw
that's a good one.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it like we finna do it.
I'm sweet.
Nah, we gonna turn it up a notch. They ain't ready for the
if you out there and you have locks and you like to be a part of the video, just shoot your little and send it to me, and I'm going to try my hardest to edit the video. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Locked and Loaded. That's my girl Deasia, my girl Rashida. And we love y'all. Y'all keep the vibrations high. Keep the prayers going. We out.
I love y'all.
Love you too.